we've been talking on my stream anyway.
Oh, yeah, cool. Okay, well, I'm just about to press the start stream button and we'll see what happens, eh?
Alright, I'll grab you as soon as you go.
Okay, come out. Come out. Let me just sort my image thing out. Is that right?
We'll give him like 5 minutes. 5 says.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, it's like.
Fucking Aussies. Fucking working on our boats time, mate.
If you don't mind, mate, you're listening, you're talking about. Howdy, folks. Amos Sewn, 32. It's news, spelled differently. Hey, folks, and today I thought I'd start the show a little bit different with just me and DK starting to talk straight away, sort of thing, because, well, who knows what we can generate, sort of thing. So, how you going, DK?
Yeah, I'm good, man. And yeah, I like the fact that you let me on early for a change. Appreciate it.
Well, you know, because, well, I've got a bit of stuff to talk about, sort of thing, but thought I'd invite you on early and just, well, actually, I should actually, while we're here, I'll look at the streams and see if anything's happening. Oh, I'm up on Twitch. Twitch is happening. YouTube? Nah.
Yeah. No. Oh, Twitch, yeah, Twitch, you're up.
Twitch,
Yeah. Twitch, yeah, Twitch, you're up. Yeah. Twitch, yeah, Twitch, you're up.
So,
I gotta sort that out. I was echoing myself.
yes.
I gotta sort that out. I was echoing myself.
Yeah, you're stuffing up my stream, mate. Right, you got it?
Actually, I don't know why it's doing it.
Well, I don't know why it's
That's not me, bro.
Well, I got nothing happening except for my stream.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. It's gone away. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't hear it now.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Fuck, that was weird. That was some weird screechy shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I honestly haven't heard that noise before.
Yeah, it sounded a bit weird, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just going to check my other channel for the audio, see if that's happening. Hello. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, that's happening, so I can. All right. Okay. Well, first news item. The bloke in Australia from Canberra, nice fucking timing that was, he used to be in charge. He's Scummo, I like to call him. He was the big PM type bloke we had here for a little while, and
that's Squomo or some shit.
ScoMo, yes, that's his
ScoMo. Okay, yeah.
He's been in trouble recently because apparently while he was prime minister, he took a bit of extra power that he shouldn't have. It was 5 separate portfolios. He put himself on like oversight sort of thing. So that and the thing is, it's not just he put himself in charge sort of thing. The guys, the ministers, he didn't tell them. he had oversight control, and he kept on the button sort of thing. But his ministers didn't know that at any second he could just overrule them, which is, I guess, what prime ministers can do anyway. But and the mainstream media is getting big shit about it. He was on ABC News earlier today. I saw a bit of a report. Don't know if you want to. I could put it on, I guess. But yeah, we don't want to see.
Oh, I don't know. No, there's nothing wrong with it, dude. It's like it depends on how long you want the stream for. If you've got things that back up what you're saying, go nuts.
Well,
but what I was gonna say is, like,
I'll have a look for it. Yeah.
Australian politics is no stranger to these things.
Yeah.
There was like, I don't even remember how many sealed indictments about, like, sexual impropriety with children, and they're sealed because it deals with the politicians all the way up to an ex-prime minister in Australia.
There it is. Is this the report I'm looking at? Oh, this is the one I'm looking at, but it's not the one where he tries to rationalise and sort of say, oh, I did it because there was an emergency happening and I had to be in control because Where is it?
After being blackmailed for diddling kitties, it's like I have to do what they say.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, there's basically every politician, by the way.
Oh yeah, pretty much. But well, there must be a reason behind why he's.
Oh, either they're cheating on their wife, or they're like screwing kids. It has to be something.
I believed it was necessary
them as blackmail,
to have authority
so that they can
to
be
have
used.
what were effectively emergency
It has to be
powers,
enough that controls them.
to exercise.
It doesn't have to be the worst thing in every case scenario. It just has to be enough that is able to be used to control them.
All right. Well, let's just have a listen to the guy himself, shall we say, and we'll see how it goes. See what the then we'll have a chat about what he says. Okay, when I just find the right button again. Okay, here we go.
Extreme situations that would be unforeseen, that would enable me to act in the national interest. And that is what I did in a crisis. Because frankly, I'd rather be having this conversation about what I did do to try and protect the Australian people. And if there are views that overstepped the mark, happy to have that conversation. Because what was focusing my mind was not having the conversation that perhaps I could have put powers in place if situations had arisen that I hadn't been in a position to address because I hadn't done
that's what I'm saying as well. That's what I was asking. Is it playing for you? It's not playing for me. Oh, there we go. No, it started.
I don't share that view. I didn't inform them. Had I been in the situation where those powers had to be used, then I believe that was the time to have that conversation, because that's when the powers would be enacted.
At the same time as trying to play videos.
Yeah. Well, I just shut down the other computers, so hopefully that'll minimise the situation on the bandwidth, because it's as you know, folks, it's a wireless type thing, and well, pretty shit, obviously. If anyone's watching,
it's all right. She's going now. We're talking over it.
Oh, really? Typical of that. Oh, yeah, actually, I'm freezing a bit here and there myself. More issues. A couple of things I discovered about. I did a bit of research into this ScoMo, whatever you name, and all the portfolios he was talking about. One of them was health. At the time, it was a minister called G. Hunt. He's not a cunt.
Not Mike.
Hey?
Not Mike.
No, not Mike. Actually, Greg Hunt. Not Mike. Mike Hunt.
That's right.
I did a bit of research on him, and he retired at the last election. The election we just had, he sort of quit the job because he wanted to spend more time with family. There's a fucking classic old line, that. Yeah. I did a bit of research into his background. He was what? Director of strategy at the World Economic Forum. Isn't that fucking curious?
He obviously didn't like what they were doing.
Yeah.
And so he was asked to step down quietly before they disgraced him.
Yeah, and
this is what they're doing. And people don't get that. This is why there's been so many prime ministers, presidents all around the world that have suddenly either stepped down or been assassinated.
And
do what we are saying, or you really are in the crosshairs.
And one thing, it's unconfirmed, because I saw a couple of links to it, but couldn't actually confirm it. He's been linked to Pfizer. Funny about that? Health minister.
You mean just like almost every prime minister and president and politician who's making money right now?
Yeah, linked to Pfizer.
Pfizer, Moderna, or what's the other one? Yeah, one of them, Johnson & Johnson. They're linked to one or the other of these major pharmaceutical companies, and the oil industry, which provides the pharmaceutical companies with the ingredients. Because you do realize that all pharmaceuticals are actually oil-based, petroleum-based chemicals. So you're constantly actually inducing petroleum when you take any pharmaceutical medicine.
Yeah. Well, and
people don't understand this. Everything is there to help them.
Yeah,
None of this is there to help them.
Yeah, we'll just get some oil into you. Yeah, right. Wrong sort of oil.
Yeah, petroleum. Get some. Yeah, just start drinking petrol. Fuck it.
Yeah,
that'll fix you.
And smoke while you're doing it, of course. Right, getting back to the Scummo story. The other portfolio he was meddling with, finance and treasury. I don't know why that's two separate portfolios, but finance and treasury.
Finance is spending, and treasury is just keeping an eye on what the government itself actually has in its coffers.
Well, the lead dude in finance is a guy called Matthias Cormann. He's a European bloke. He's appears to be who knows. I didn't find out much about him, except that he used to be the Secretary General of the OECD.
Oh.
Which is the what's that called again? Anyway, it's
something economic or something European community something. Yeah, I can't even remember myself.
Yeah, I was supposed to have a site open that I can find it, but it doesn't matter. He used to be a Secretary General. So, gee, that sort of smells. And well, he's left Parliament too, so he's gone elsewhere, and he's probably got a nice job. He's probably not even in Australia anymore. I don't know this for sure, of course. But yeah, he's he did his job obviously, and then now he's off to wherever he's off to. Well, the Treasury bloke was Josh Frydenberg. Didn't he get voted out last election too? Or was he? No, yeah. And Home Affairs. Yeah, I don't know if you know the Australian politics. There's a bulldog bloke called Peter Dutton. He's an ex-police officer, and he's
another one of them fucking bulldogs.
He's a real. Yeah, I don't get a good feeling off him, shall we say? Yeah, but he's actually leading the opposition.
Who on TV do you get a good feeling of? Because they're the ones you have to be more scared of.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, well, he's apparently I've heard he's not a nice person.
No, but serious, who do you get a nice feeling of? Because they're the ones you need to be more scared of. Because that means whatever they're doing is fucking working.
Oh, well, actually, originally when ScoMo came in, I thought, oh, this guy seems to be up. Then again, not that I'm really into politics, but the guy before him, what was his name? Malcolm Turnbull. He appeared to be not too bad, I guess. I don't know, but well, I've been wrong before. I guess I was wrong again.
But you know me, as I don't trust any politicians.
Oh, neither do I.
As I know two people who want to run for mayor of Christchurch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get, well, Carl's been on Vinny's show.
Oh, yeah, Frank.
And I'm actually currently trying to get the other person on Vinny's show. Yes. Yeah. So that, So, because, and to be honest, it's to be honest, I'm voting for Carl. But I want to get the other person on the show as well, so that they can actually, fucking stand up for themselves, defend themselves for the shit that has been said.
Yeah, that's right.
And there has been a lot of stuff that's been said. They have been made out to be one of the biggest scapegoats, their whole party. Yeah. And again, that's because of Brian Tamaki and Destiny's Church and half the dumb shit he said.
Yeah.
He was the leader of that whole movement. It's one of his, I don't know if disciples is the right word. One of but someone who follows his church and shit is trying to run for mayor in Christchurch, and I know them as well. That's Derek Tate, and I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get him on Vinny's show so he can have a say too. Because I know them all. It's actually really messed up.
Sorry? He's been on.
Carl Bromley or Lee Williams.
Hasn't he been on his show before, or is that just?
Yeah, Carl's been on a couple of times at least. Yeah. Once by himself, and he was on the Counterspin show, on the show with Counterspin and things just the other morning. like 2 or 3 days ago. Yeah. And to be honest, that was the highest view numbers that Vinny had got on Twitch. So there was like up to over 80 people watching.
Oh, here's a news report from New Zealand, if it wants to work for me. Hundreds of New Zealand's South Island residents evacuated amid flooding. You know anything about this?
No. Apparently there was a big fucking fire in my city. Didn't know anything about that either. Yeah. Someone posted it on Telegram.
Hundreds of South Island residents have been evacuated and are awaiting to learn the severity of the flood damages to their homes as New Zealand's biggest winter wet continues.
Dude, I lived in Invercargill in 1984, and we were actually on Christmas holidays, strange enough, in Christchurch, and there was a flood that fucked over half of Invercargill.
Well,
where I lived, the water was like 1.5 meters up the wall, and at the time I was like 5 years old.
Right, yeah.
I was like, yeah, if I'd been at home, like, if we hadn't been on holiday,
yeah,
that's like drowning disaster fucking type fucking shit, man.
Yeah, really. Apparently, it's centered around Nelson or something. It's the reports there.
Nelson isn't Southland. You mean South Island?
Well, it starts off talking about the South Island. Let me read on a bit.
Yeah.
Those roads were flooded, forcing roughly 200 households to evacuate. Local media are reporting. An atmospheric river from the north, as described by forecasters Met Service, has brought widespread rains to the country this week. The worst hit so far is Nelson, where the rainfall has destroyed roads and a state of emergency has been declared. Where's Nelson?
Top of the South Island.
Oh, well, that's still South Island.
Yeah, no, but Southland is actually a district. That's all. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, right.
Southland itself is actually a district. It's like the bottom of the South Island.
Christchurch has suffered its wettest month on record. Has it been raining much there?
For several days it would piss down and then it's dry as fuck.
Yeah.
Then for several days it would piss down and then be dry as fuck. So I don't know. I mean, unless for those several days that they generated that shit, that it rained heavier to like accommodate any other fucking rainfall ever. Like, no. It's either for those several days each time, it was so much that like the accumulated amount actually beat out all the rest of the dry days in the month. Because there's been hot, sunny, dry days. Right. And then several days of it just pissing down. And then like dry, hot, sunny days. Well, and when I say hot, it's still winter, so you know.
Yeah, well, supposedly the wettest the wettest month on record.
See, I love how they skew statistics.
Yeah, that's what they do.
What they mean is there's a couple of days where it rained harder than it's ever rained before. Because this is normal. And now this is the wettest month that we've ever seen.
No, it's bloody New Zealand. It's always bloody raining there, isn't it? Long white clouds.
No, it's actually not. Dude, it's actually really not. Yeah. It has actually been one of the sunniest, clearest, like, years ever. There's been fuck all rain.
Yeah.
It hasn't been super hot. It hasn't been super cold. There is no freezing. There has been, as I said, there's been like several days at a time where it rained and like was windy as shit.
Yeah.
And then that just stops and everything goes back to normal. Right. It's like there's only been several days at a time where it's been bad and then it goes back to normal. And they're trying to say this is the wettest month ever.
Yes.
When I moved here in 2011, I was driving from about an hour and a half away from Nelson.
Yeah.
From Blenheim, where my son's mum lives. I was driving there back to Christchurch for work on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
And I was driving through a foot and a half of snow.
Yeah. Sounds like fun.
Right. That hasn't happened since. But this is the wettest month ever?
Yeah. Do you get much?
No, serious.
Do you get much snow?
It hasn't happened since, but this is the wettest month ever?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I think they're pulling your pud, shall we say.
Oh, they're not pulling mine.
Well, yeah.
They're doing it to people. They're doing it to people who don't live here because they're trying to instill fear.
Yeah.
Anyone who lives here realizes that they're full of shit because no, that didn't happen. What are they on about?
But it's just
everyone knows that it's like, yeah, full of shit.
Yeah, it's just a report in the mainstream media here in Australia.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple of times where it did rain for 3 days.
Yeah. Right.
Gutters and things did start overflowing and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was gone in half a day.
Yeah.
It's like there wasn't anything that flooded the city, and we are under sea level.
Yeah.
Most of Christchurch is actually reclaimed land.
Really?
So for all of the water to drain away in Christchurch, really says something.
Yeah.
Whereas it says that they're lying and we're not reclaimed land.
Surely not.
Because how can a river, Avon River, run through our city and still flow downhill to the ocean if this is reclaimed land and it's lower than sea level?
Yeah, how does that happen, eh?
Yeah, it doesn't. See? Stop believing everything that you're told.
Oh, I don't believe it, everything. I read stuff that doesn't mean I believe it. You know, like I look at the news every day, but yeah, it's fiction mostly, I feel. Yeah, because it's just not. Yeah, it's not really.
All of the history we are told is a lie.
Yeah.
Because it's not there for anything other than to forward their agenda.
Yeah.
None of what they have told you is for your benefit. It is for theirs.
It is to the agenda of the top 1% of the top 1%, pretty much. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Top 0.001%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 0.001% or whatever. Yeah.
Those top people that are, and I'm not talking about the politicians, folks. It's not the politicians. They're just puppets, like you know what a puppet is, you know, just sort of people hang on strings.
A marionette. Dance like a marionette. Yeah. Sway to the symphony of destruction.
What a voice, eh, folks? What a voice. Yeah. I can't see him. We haven't really.
It's from a band I don't even like much, but that line always stuck in my head.
Right. Okay.
Like, just like the Pied Piper led rats through the street.
Speaking of
dance like the marionette, sway into the symphony of destruction.
Okay,
I honestly can't remember which band it is. Megadeth, I think, actually.
Who?
I think the song's called Symphony of Destruction, Megadeth. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
I don't actually like them much, but that line stuck in my head because holy crap. Yeah. That's like every politician.
I want to move on to American politics now. Well,
I thought I just had. Oh wait, no, it was just all politics.
Well, it's not because we're a global fucking news service here. Well, I don't call us a news service.
Soon service. Hey, soon.
We got the news soon up.
Soon service, not news. Don't keep using their word.
Oh yeah, well, it's just a jumbled up word anyway.
Yeah, it's all right. It stands for the four corners of the compass, by the way. That's why it was actually called that in the first place. It's supposed to be recording information from the four corners of the globe. It's like north, east, west, south. News actually is supposed to stand for.
That's probably
so the fact that you've altered the letters all means it should be information gathered from all corners.
That's probably the only thing at school we learned that was probably correct. You know? Because that's what news is supposed to stand for. But news is, well, news ain't news anymore, it's propaganda. Yeah. But again, there's a good chance it's been propaganda most of the time anyway. You know? It's Anyway, well, the next little thing I wanted to bring up about American politics is a little lady that was she was in the Republican Party apparently, and she wanted to take on what's that guy? Trump.
No,
Trump.
it wasn't that she took on Trump,
Yeah,
but Trump was supporting a different candidate.
Yeah, that's right.
And she's what's his name? Like Cheney's daughter, whatever. Like
Liz Cheney. Liz.
Yeah, what was his name? Shit, what was his name?
Richard, I think.
Dick Cheney. That is actually an amazing, eye-opening movie. If you haven't seen it, I have a funny feeling it's just called Dick. I am not shitting you.
I've heard of that, yeah.
I am really not shitting you, and it is a great movie. I can't remember if that's one with Gary Oldman playing him, or shit, the guy out of American Psycho. What's his name?
I don't know. I don't think I ever saw that.
Yeah. Pretty boy guy anyway, but like yeah, they do quite well with the makeup and shit. So he actually looks like Dick Cheney.
Oldman dude, he's been in a lot of movies. That's he's well, as far as actors are concerned, he's quite a talented actor, I think.
Gary Oldman's one of my he's one of my favorite actors, but that was back when I used to watch movies. So now I just kind of don't even trust any of them.
Many movies lately. Yeah,
I haven't watched any. I haven't watched any except for what I've streamed for 2 years. I have not watched a movie by myself in like 2.5 years. It's like if it hasn't been on my stream for everyone to watch and me be talking through it and shit and playing it for people, I have not watched a movie in 2.5 years.
The last movie I saw was the last Star Trek movie. Star Trek or Star Wars. What is the Star Wars thing? What was Star Wars?
Oh, that's a shame. That'll really help put you off.
Yeah, but yeah, I do actually like what movies are playing, and nothing's really grabbed me, shall we say? So,
there's lots that's probably worth watching because it's all predictive programming, and we should be keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
But I just don't have the time to just be spending all day watching movies, keeping an eye on what Hollywood is programming our children with constantly. Yeah. I'm busy trying to tell everyone that Hollywood is programming the children.
Yeah.
As I keep saying, my new pet peeve is media. Yeah. And people don't quite understand it. Yeah, like, people don't really quite get what I mean when I say it. See, media, spelled M-E-D-E-A. Media is the Greek goddess of lies.
Really?
Yes. And this is who everyone currently worships.
Media.
Everyone currently worships the goddess of lies. We are trying to work against that.
So we are the new media. How's that media spelled?
Oh, it's not. No, they are. We've been around for a lot longer. We've been around for a lot longer. It's just they got the mass, like, display of it. The mass, like, spreading of the information. They just came up with that first. So they're winning.
Right. Oh, well, but yeah, we're still in the trenches. We're still giving it a go.
Oh, yeah. But what I'm saying is it's basically a religion. As people actually believe in media.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually, now I know what I do have to play tonight if I can find it.
What's that?
You've just made me realize what I need to stream later. It's something that I don't think many people will have seen. And I haven't seen the new season, I've only seen the first 2. For anyone who hasn't seen it, if you want to realize exactly what is destroying the world, go watch Gods of America.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I know. It's a series. I'll stream some of it later. I don't know how much. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. Gods of America, and it is super full on. and it's about all the different deities from different religions basically either working together or fighting against each other to try and get the most followers.
Yeah. That's what
they're on Earth. They want the most followers. They got Scientology is even in it.
Oh, yeah.
Technology is even in it.
Technocracy. Did you say?
I don't know if they call it technocracy because it's not political.
Right.
It's religious. Yeah, it's just religious.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually just called technology.
Yeah, well, that's just technology. Like we all. Well, let's face it, we're dealing with technology right now. We can
basically the way it works is if man starts worshipping something, a god will evolve.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. No, yeah, I just have a hard time believing in gods. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have a hard time believing in gods. Like, fuck, have you ever started an ant farm? I haven't. But you get the idea.
No, you're
but you start, yeah, so you're the god of that whole world. But how much intervention do you have in any individual ant's life?
Well, there's like what Vinny says about.
Did you talk to ant number fucking B? Or one ant you called Anthony and tried to fucking make his life better or worse because of his choices?
Anthony, yes. On your tone.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's like if you're running an ant farm, do you have all the time in the world to sit there and fucking pay attention to every single individual ant and all the individual arguments and discussions that they're all having?
Yeah.
I know, but God's supposed to be omniscient, and he's supposed to be able to do this. Right. Really? Good. Do you think that's his only ant farm? Do you think he doesn't have a job during the day? Then he probably just comes home and looks at his ant farm to make sure it hasn't broken.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just having a look at what's happening on the screen. I for some reason I'm trying to get the what do you call it, the Discord Skype up on the screen, but it's just not working.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm not on the screen. Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No, you're just making shit glitch out, man. Don't stuff around when things are working.
Yeah, because that's what's happening.
No, serious. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Come on. This is things that people still keep fucking with. Everything was working a couple of 100 years ago. What's happening now?
Well,
oh no, we're fixing shit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. A couple 100 years ago that we have heard in the on the media, shall we say, that ain't. I don't think that is what what really happened. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know. But what I mean is, everyone came over, everyone worked, and everyone got food. What they were doing, they were lied to about. And obviously, like, these magical buildings that we got told they built were obviously already there. Like, yes, there's plenty to do with that, the Tartaria stuff that I do actually believe in and things as well, Alan. Yes. I'm not meaning that. I'm meaning the fact that they were able to, like, move over here. They were able to, like, raise, plant a garden, raise some, like, sheep, cattle, whatever, chickens, and go hunting when they wanted.
Yeah.
People were actually self-sufficient and able to look after themselves. Hey, guess what? I think it's time the government fixed that.
Yes, well, the government aren't about fixing things. They're about fucking things, basically, aren't they? You know.
Was it I can't remember who said the quote. The scariest words you'll ever hear. We're from the government. We're here to help.
Yeah, that ain't really. They're not really helping because they're all about helping themselves, I guess, more than anything. Yeah, because as I was, you go through like a lot of these politicians that have left Parliament and stuff like that here in Australia. They all end up with really flash jobs, don't they? They retire supposedly to spend more time with their family, and next thing you know, they're working with I I can't remember which politician was recently, but one of them left and working for what's that? That bank, Sash and Gordon or something like that.
Sachs and Gordon, yeah. Or Gordon and Sachs. Yeah.
Gordon and Sash.
Gordon and Sachs, Gordon and Sachs. Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember which politician it was, but some guy in Australian politics left to
Goldman.
to spend more.
Goldman and Sachs.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to know what's worse?
What?
New Zealand is a little pathetic country in the middle of nowhere out in the Pacific Ocean, correct?
Yeah.
With a tiny population that means fuck all.
Yep.
How did our ex-Prime Minister end up heading the World Economic Forum?
Well.
They hired a Helen Clark.
Yeah. She's in charge of it now, is she?
Now?
Yeah.
That she was in charge of it from fucking 10 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, our ex-Prime Minister, who was supposedly Jacinda's mentor and shit, that bitch, and I think it's the WEF, it could be the UN, I could be wrong about which initials I'm using.
Yeah.
But yeah, look up Helen Clark and find out what the fuck she's running and shit, and how long she ran it for.
DK, I've got to run away for a minute, I've got to go exchange fluids.
You're good.
Can you entertain the audience for us?
I can. Alright, anyway, Helen Clark was New Zealand's first female Prime Minister and got hailed as such a legend, and she was for the Labour Party and everything was brilliant. The thing is, her opposition at the time was another woman who was running for the National Party, which is like Labour is Democrat, Nationals Conservative, basically. Like simplifying shit, but yeah, basically. And then our next parliament was fucking national. And the woman was still the head of that fucking party. So we got another woman. We got Jenny Shipley after that. Then we got some pussy-ass, bitch-ass guys for a bit. And then we had... shit. What's his name? I can see his fucking ugly face. Dickhead who wanted to try and push through TFPA. TPPA, sorry.
TPPA, yeah. Well, that didn't sort of work, did it? But it's probably going on.
Hey,
anyway.
I can't remember his name. He was like, apparently, he was our strongest politician that we had in decades and shit.
Yes.
And when he left politics,
the media.
when he left politics, he said the only thing he was unhappy about was that he hadn't been able to push through TPPA.
Yeah.
He said that was all he was unhappy about.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. He hadn't been able to help consolidate the one world government.
And yeah, well, that's still where they're trying to head, but I've got a funny feeling it's not going to happen, you know. I think we are going to win.
Do you know what the TPPA agreement was?
Pacific Partnership Trade
Agreement. Yeah, agreement, yeah. Yeah, but do you know what it was? Not what it stands for. Do you know what it was?
Yeah, tell us.
It basically meant that corporations could overrule and take to a world court any country that wouldn't let them go make money in that country, basically.
Yeah.
So as in oil companies should be allowed to go drill wherever the fuck they want. You're not allowed to set up a restricted area. You set up a restricted area, they're like, no, fuck that, we came to the World Court, we're suing you for the amount of money we lost if you're not letting us do it in the first place.
Yeah, so that eventually will happen anyway, probably.
Yeah, they're basically heading towards corporation rule.
Yeah.
As in, like, a board of directors, CEOs, like the Bilderberg Group, or Davos, or the UN, or the WHO, or the WEF, or the Council of 300, or any one of the other ones we don't actually fucking know about.
Speaking about movies, you remember the movie I, Robot with Will Smith?
Yes.
I love me robots, and because the book that was based on by Isaac Asimov, and that was
Isaac Asimov, yeah.
Great. But that world in that movie, that was all corporate, wasn't it? It was just that was somewhat of a wake up call.
Look at every sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. No, tell me I'm wrong. Go back a decade or two, and look at any mainstream big budget sci-fi movie, and tell me if it's not all fucking advertising.
Yeah. Well,
like, what was it? The Fifth Element, Blade Runner.
Yeah.
There's like constant just advertising and billboards everywhere. Every time they're driving anywhere, there is actual billboards of real products. It's like, oh, okay. I guess they didn't do that on purpose. And they're drawing it on a computer. I guess that accidentally happened.
Well, you look at even the cityscapes in the Star Wars movies with Ewan McGregor and that other dude, Christian Aidens, and the cityscapes. They were all big billboards and holographic billboards about advertising and shit like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. But you can tell which ones fully sell out because you'll still be able to make out which companies they're advertising.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Sometimes, the thing is, I don't read Chinese, Japanese, Korean kanji. They could actually be advertising shit blatantly in front of us, and one demographic of the audience is picking that up.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that could be buy Coke. Like, yeah, that could be those words, and we don't know it.
Yeah. Well, that's right. And subliminal messaging, that's a big part of it too. Going on.
Well, supposedly that's been banned.
Yeah.
That's why they just use the programming and the hypnotic frame rate.
Not going on. Do you think they're obeying that ban, do you? I don't think so.
Oh, no, but I'm just saying that's one thing that was banned.
Yeah.
Like, there's something they did get caught for, and that did get banned. Doesn't mean they're going to, completely cut it out.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure there's...
There was something they did get caught for, and that did get banned. You were no longer allowed to put subliminal messaging into anything.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't make an ad that is just complete programming.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you just have a tone that goes at a certain pitch and things to hypnotize someone. The frame rate, flicker rate goes at a certain speed, so it hypnotizes people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you talk in like a certain tone of speech so that people actually start listening to the words you're saying, rather than it just passing by and then not listening at all. See, this is very easy to do.
Yeah, you sound like you're starting to be a bit controller of yourself, mate. What are you? Who's controlling you?
Dude, I don't even know.
Well, that's the thing. Who knows? We could be mind-controlled automatons.
I've said this online before, but look at it this way. If the whole world is a simulation, then what's to say that everything we see isn't real, including you and me?
Yeah, well, that's right. We've been talking together for probably just about a year now, wouldn't we? Well, it's not a year. Might not be a year.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, no, I'd say roughly. Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Well, we've spoken of phone, but yeah, who knows? We could be both computer-generated simulations.
Yeah. Because I to be honest, I came up with that because of some shit Kyler was saying one day, and I said it to him. Because of something he was saying one day, so I said it to him when he was going on about his simulation theory. I came up with that night, and the next day I said it to him. No, it was just no answer, just quiet. Like, you know, one of those times where it's like, I didn't have an answer prepared for this one.
I was watching a bit of one of his shows the other day. Actually, he was on Twitch or something. I only got the last few minutes of it, and
I thought I unfollowed him. I honestly thought I unfollowed him. It keeps popping up when he goes on. I'm gonna have to purposely go unfollow him again.
Yeah, actually, he was providing some proof to that that is it Ray King or something. The other one of these other
David Ray King.
Ray King, and what he did, he held up this bit of paper with what looked like an official government logo sort of thing, and said that was proof that it was from some government department sort of thing, and then he held up some certificate saying that it was for David Ray King, and you got a certificate because they're on the board or something like that, and he was acting this way. Well, this is the proof, so this this shows that I'm real, and it just seems so corny. So
don't get me wrong. I do believe he's ex-CIA. I do believe a lot of the shit. I do believe a lot of the shit that he said was true.
Yeah.
But fucked if I was ever going to be an acolyte and just follow someone else. I fucking hate authority, and that was never going to happen. And he didn't realize that. I was there. Then I was there because I actually believed in what his plan and his project was.
Yeah.
But if he needed me to be fucking seductive and a fucking acolyte to be able to go forward with that, no, you can get fucked. It was that simple.
Yeah,
that's it.
Well, how long were you on? About wouldn't have been 2 weeks, was it? 3 weeks, maybe?
A month.
A month.
No, a month. Yeah, man. I managed to last a month, and I had almost every single person I know abusing me for being on a CIA agent's channel, and he's programming me.
Yeah.
Even though I knew exactly what I was doing, but I also knew that everything else that I was doing would now be monitored.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell anyone. No, so I couldn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So I had to put up with all of my friends giving me shit for almost a month, for probably 3 weeks at least.
Yeah.
I actually had to put up with all of my mates giving me shit.
Yeah.
Because I knew that I couldn't fucking say anywhere online what I was actually doing.
Not me, mate.
I know, see?
Yeah, because
you're actually one of the only ones, bro. No, you're one of the only ones. And I don't think you even knew why I was doing it, but you were giving me the benefit of the doubt at least.
I think me and you must think similar ways, I don't know. But yeah,
all I wanted was people to give me the benefit of the doubt. And I actually even said that a few times. It's come on, stop thinking I don't know what I'm doing. Give me the benefit of the... Yeah, and I'd just be getting abuse. And I mean from almost everyone I know. It really got bad.
Yeah.
I lost fucking regular viewers and shit because I was on that show. Because I couldn't tell anyone what I was doing.
Yeah. Well, I think you got them all back in a couple more, I think. You think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yes. Yeah.
How many?
But I didn't get. I did learn one thing, but I actually do have a non-disclosure agreement about that one project.
Oh yeah.
I'm not kidding you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually not kidding you, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And the only problem is I have problems with its possible negative uses.
Yeah.
And because of his background and everything, they're not little niggling worries.
Yeah.
You know? So, dude, ex-CIA. This is going to go straight to the Defense Department, isn't it? Fuck!
Well, but the thing is, because we're, or you and to a less extent me, we are just small fry, but we're being watched, I'm sure.
Oh, dude, I 100% am.
Yeah.
Especially with, I've said this before. My country is small.
Associated with you.
Probably. But my country is small, and there's not a lot of people speaking out.
No, there's not. Yeah, apparently so.
So that makes it easy for them to keep an eye on the people who are.
Yeah, and actually,
it's just like, I mean, it's just that simple. It's common sense.
You know what I've actually found in the Australian sort of media situation? Like, there's a lot of people out there doing stuff, sort of thing, but it's really hard to connect to them. You can never really find. Like, I was down in Canberra a couple of weeks ago, as you know, and
hey, comment on their YouTube. Hey, comment on their Facebook channels. Comment on their YouTube channels. Start actually trying to get in touch with them. Leave a way for them to get in touch with you as a comment.
Yeah. No, that's just it. I'm not really getting many comments or anything either. Sort of like, I'll get a couple of comments here and there by people I know.
Yeah, I mean, you go to theirs.
That's the thing.
Go to theirs and go, yeah, I do this. Yeah, I go to theirs and go, I do this shit too, and leave a link for a way for them to get in touch with you. Like, make up a new Discord or a Telegram channel so that fucking people can get in touch with you, or leave your email. But be careful with leaving your email, because it does make it a lot easier for everyone to fuck with your whole computer.
Yeah, right.
The just with Discord means it only fucks with just Discord.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So yeah, make up a new Discord channel, and and just send everyone to there and send a link to that. Yeah, you want to get in touch with me? This is what I do.
Yeah, well, I don't really have enough people watching me at the moment. Like, I think.
Don't cry. Do you know how many people are watching me on YouTube? On YouTube? You asshole! You got more followers than me in less time.
Actually,
shut up. Don't cry.
I've got 181 now.
I've got about 76 or some shit.
Yeah, well,
or maybe 67.
Well, with a bit
I don't remember if it was 76 or 67.
Because of this show.
Either way, it ended up to 13 and I was fucked off.
Yeah, because you've been on all day from the start and before the show and after, and probably after the show. Well, people might go and follow your sort of that. Yeah, well, let's put your link in the chat, eh? What do you reckon?
Yeah, go nuts, bud. Cheers, I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I'll just go find it. Yeah, there's the chat. Apparently, I got one person watching on my channel.
On Twitch. Yeah, I'm the one watching on Twitch.
Yeah, you're the
Sorry.
one on Twitch. Frank was there before, but
yeah. I even posted your link on my channel and told everyone to go there.
Yeah, right. But well, actually, how many people got watching in yours at the moment? You got 6 watching at the moment. Hey, folks, come and look at my channel. Don't do it.
Yeah, go give. Fuck me. Go give Ellen a fucking follow and a watch and shit.
As soon as I finish the show, I will upload it straight away to YouTube. So that hopefully, because, well, when I advertised for Facebook at the start of the show, I put the Twitch link first and the YouTube link second, sort of thing. So, because I'm trying to promote Twitch as much as I can, because that's the one that always works.
Yeah.
Twitch always works. Yeah.
I'm still thinking about switching to Odyssey, because I know people who get hundreds of viewers.
Yeah.
That I actually know a lot of their viewers.
Yeah.
And if I was on Odyssey, they'd watch there, but they don't come to Twitch.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I could go from half a dozen people watching. And no offense, I appreciate every single person who watches me and every person who's helped and paid attention and listened to everything I say. This is not against you. It's against the fact that unless I start paying money, I can't do both.
Yeah.
So I have to pick one or the other. And the other, it seems I can get 50, 100 people watching instead of half a dozen to a dozen.
Yeah.
It's because I've got half a dozen people watching. I'm not trying to offend anyone. It's just, shit, why are there 100 people watching?
Yeah, well, because probably a bit of shadow banning, you think, maybe?
Definitely, because I wouldn't go affiliate.
Yeah, naughty you. Yeah.
Well, there was an extra 100 rules.
Yeah.
Serious.
Like yeah. I'm not here for the rules. I'm here to do whatever the fuck I want. And hopefully, we'll see. Anyway.
Dude, I actually got 3/4 of the way through the process.
Yeah, then you.
The last step was.
The rules. Yeah.
The last step was add your bank account. I was like, before I do that, I better check if there's any extra rules and shit. And I was like,
shitloads.
Scrolling, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, holy shit. Like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
There's that many extra rules, I'm not even reading it, I'm just not going affiliate, fuck you. And that was it. And just stopped and dropped it right there. It was like, no, fuck. I was like, I only read a few of them, and I was like, oh, holy shit. I can't do anything anymore. Because that's once the advertisers get involved. So it's the advertisers who pay money, dictate what they do and don't want on any show that once you're an affiliate.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you're saying shit we don't like.
Yeah, you're out of there, yeah. Anyway, mate, I'm going to wrap the show up, mate, because I'm going to just about bolo time.
Alright, bud.
Yeah, so thanks very much.
I'm sure I've actually made you late, to be honest.
No, mate. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, well, that's one thing I haven't advertised. Because I'm a director down the bowling club now, we've brought in this new thing. $5 schooners between 5 and 6 p.m. Sorry, 4 and 5 p.m. So 4 p.m., which is about 25 minutes.
That's it. I'm catching a fucking plane.
Yeah, fucking mate. And your first schooner's free. I'll buy your first schooner.
Oh, that's even better. A free beer and $1 off every beer for an hour. Is that every day or just once a week?
Monday to Thursday.
Oh, weekdays. Cool.
Yeah, Monday, Thursday. On Friday we have a happy hour situation. But
I'll fly back. I'll just fly back to New Zealand for the weekends.
Yeah, cool. Just make sure you bring your mask with you. Oh no. Yeah.
I'm gonna make me an Alan mask.
Make Alan go away.
No, just an Alan mask, and like, no, I'm Alan. I'll come into your fucking polo and pretend to be you. Biden can get away with it. Sure, I can.
It'd be fine until you open your mouth, and well, then they see the red hair, not the grey shit that I got, grey, blondie, fucking whatever it is, and I'll be able to tell somehow. Anyway,
I'll have to hire like $1 million worth of makeup experts to make me look like you. I mean, it's got to be cheaper than making someone look retarded like Biden. I apologize, YouTube. I retract my R word. I'm sorry for that. I forgot about that crap.
What R word was that?
Yeah, no. I actually do know all the rules on the different platforms. It's okay.
Oh yeah, well, it is what it is. Hey, mate. Well, I'm gonna hang up now, and I'll talk to the chat room probably after the show, and then because I'll be heading out about 10 minutes, but I'm gonna wrap up the show, and I'll talk to you later, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Anytime, man. It was awesome. Heaps of fun. Hey, thanks for letting me on, as always.
No worries, mate. Pleasure. See you, mate.
Yeah, man.
Right. Okay, folks. That's the Amos Sewn 32. 32. That's one more than 31. Haven't been banned on YouTube because I've been showing on much on YouTube, but very shortly I'll upload this to YouTube. Maybe the people on YouTube. 181 subscribers. Thank you guys for bearing with me, and I'll hopefully sort out the live streaming thing shortly, because I've tried changing stream fees and all sorts of shit you got to do, but just doesn't seem to be going through. So I'll upload the video. Watch it if you like it. Share it. Do the thing. But whatever you do, when you listen to the news, not my news, which is soon, the news and stuff, don't let it suck you in. because there's a good chance. Well, some of it is newsish, some of it's maybe entertaining, but are they telling you the full story, or are they telling you a certain side of the story? I reckon they're telling a side of the story that doesn't really represent our best interests. So just try and take on board what you think you need, but by all means, look out for yourself, your family. Be good to one another. Much love, no fear. In Lakesh.